Hey guys, welcome back. Just wanted to let you know about my kind of unexpected adventure in Budva today. Regarding the paperwork process, because as you know, the whole point of this channel is moving from the United States on a US passport to Montenegro. I haven't had a chance to get into Podgorica yet, where my lawyer is located, but I wanted to get some practice riding the bus. I just wasn't expecting to do it at the time that I did. I got up quite early. I got up at like 5:45 a.m. because my time clock is still getting, itself rearranged. And so I walked up the street to the very nearby Pekara, which means bakery, where they also have Lavazza Espresso, which is So I had an espresso and I had a burek, which is every nomad talks about it. It's all over the Balkans. It's like this pastry. It could be filled with meats. In this case, it was like something similar to feta and cheese, and it was really good. And it did not make me feel sick like a lot of carb things do that I have eaten in the U.S. They must use a different kind of bread or something. I don't know. But anyway, I was sitting there. I was planning on taking the bus today to go to Budva just to get some practice taking the bus and getting used to the process. But I noticed a bus stop literally right across the street from where I was having my espresso and my burek, and I thought, So I just walked across the street, and a bus pulled up, and it said Budva right in the front of the window on a handwritten piece of paper, very Balkan. And I asked the guy, and he said, "Yeah, going to Budva." So I gave him some cash, €5. I think it was €2 for the bus fare, and you'll get a pass. He'll just give you a piece of paper that looks like that. It's not a return pass, so it's one way. So bear that in mind. But using the bus here is pretty straightforward. There doesn't appear to be any phone app that is super useful. Google Maps kind of sucks when it comes to buses in Montenegro. I will post a link to the most useful website that I have found. So check that out. Learn about it through that app, but also just start taking the bus. Just get used to it, and it's not that scary. It's a good modern bus system. They come quite often. They don't make a lot of annoying stops, at least the ones that I've taken. I believe I'm on the one called the Blue Line Mediterranean. I forget. Sorry. Anyway, it's the one that connects Rafalovici to Budva and beyond. And then I probably have to take another bus to get all the way up to Podgorica, but I'll find out next when I get together with my immigration lawyer, Like a Bird Consulting. Hopefully in the next couple of days, or maybe next week. I don't know. I'm still getting settled in. I'm learning so much. Sorry about the road noise once again. As you know, when you move to a foreign country, you lose your phone number, because getting my SD card figured out yesterday was a bit of an adventure all on its own, especially finding a pin to open up the SD card slot, which the guys at the restaurant Porat, just down the street here, very, very kind gentleman, went to his drawer, got me a paperclip, and actually looked at the phone app, which was in Serbian, and helped me to establish my number. He just basically did it for me. Cheers to those mates. Good guys. Also a very good restaurant, so definitely stop in and have some chow there. They have a lovely terrace. You can sit outside for lunch or in the evening, and this time of year, this is now I think the 21st of March, by the way, just for the sake of reference, because I hate it when YouTube videos don't mention that. So I took the bus into Budva. I didn't know where to get off or where to go, but thankfully Google Maps did allow me to navigate my way to the coast. So I went to the coast. Because this was a bit of a surprise trip, I didn't have with me my cell phone battery charger. I always take a battery bank, for my cell phone and for my vape and for my camera. And I usually have my proper professional camera like this one but I didn't at the time. I just had my cell phone, so sorry about the footage, but I just did my best with what I had. And I don't want to rehash like a whole bunch of stuff about Old Town Budva because so many other travelers have already covered it so well. But being that it was my first day there and it was a bit of a surprise, I figured I would document a few things, pop over to the marina, briefly considered taking out a loan for €5 million and buying one of those lovely yachts. And then I thought maybe I would just get some mineral water instead. Incidentally, the mineral water here is fantastic. Gazarana. This is like 80 cents for this whole thing. Amazing. So Old Town Budva was really pretty, as everybody knows. And at this time of year, in late March, I think it's a great time to come because I don't like big crowds. So the weather is extremely moderate. In the morning, you'll need a light jacket. And then now we're at noon and I'm just wearing a very light shirt and it's extremely comfortable. So yeah, I think it's a great time of year because for me, not liking the big crowds, and I don't like a ton of heat either. So it's not hot. So it was just a joy to just walk around and just go slow at the pace of Europe, which is an interesting psychological transformation for an American guy, It's good for me. It's good for me to accept the slowing down of things. So the water here is so eerily clear. It's amazing. It's like I haven't seen water this clear since when I was a kid. I grew up in Australia as a kid, and you go to the Greater Outer Barrier Reef, and the water is very clear. It's like that. It's just like glass clear. And so that's pretty neat. And the seafood is amazing. I was at a restaurant Porat for a late lunch yesterday afternoon, and I had the gambori, the shrimp, or prawns as they would say in Australia, and it was just fantastic, really, really tasty. So in Budva, I just walked around the coast. Checked out some of the fortress, I guess it's called, the fortifications. I went to like a little like a shopping mall. Shopping malls in the U.S. have like a lot of cheesy stuff at the food stores, like Pop-Tarts and I don't know, power bars and energy drinks and stuff. But I found real food because they actually had like a delicatessen built right into it, even though it was a very small place. I got some really interesting stuff, so figured I might share that with you as well. So bear with me, I will attempt to pronounce and describe some of this. Okay, so this first one here, Suva Pechenica Monstate. Look, my apologies, guys. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it reminds me of kind of like a cross between prosciutto and bresaola, if you know Italian sulume. But it's more smoky and it's just really tasty. It's also extremely difficult to cut. It is so freaking hard. I mean, this stuff is durable, so you'll need a very thin, very strong knife. So be careful cutting it, but definitely do try it. This one's a salami, Culin Montella, and $1.87 for this hunk, and I've already eaten some of it. It's just really, really good. So this is like a salami that would be similar to a calabrese, something from southern Italy, something slightly spicy, but just really good. And also they have these yogurt drinks everywhere. Everywhere you go here, they have these probiotic yogurt drinks, and I just love these things because, as we all, or at least a lot of us who have traveled a lot, know, a lot of times when you travel, you get a little bit stuck up, in the digestive system, and things don't happen. But I've been drinking like 2-3 of those probiotic yogurt drinks a day, and I'm doing just fine there. So my digestive system has not let me down. And yeah, the people here are great. They're not like forwardly, openly friendly, but I mean, I'm dealing with a lot of retailers, you know, and people that just deal with, you know, butt heads all day long. Tourists that are like, give me this, give me that, give me one of those bad boys, and they, you know, they don't get treated real well. They get paid absolutely crap wages over here. The wages are low, which is unfortunate, and a lot of foreign investment in real estate has caused the price of housing to go up. So it's a bit of a bummer deal for the locals. So I do feel bad for them. So be nice to retailers. You know, realize that they're in a tough spot, and you're new. You're a visitor. You're a guest. So act like one, and don't please come here just because the prices are very low. Come here because you like the place and you like the people. I am just getting to know my way around. I know very little of the language, but I'm learning on the fly. Google Translate has been an enormous teaching tool for me. Everywhere I go, I pull up Google Translate and then go to the camera mode, and I'll scan through the menu. I'll do that at the supermarket, and then I'll try to just, you know, learn new things everywhere I can and everywhere I go. So let's see. The Airbnb property manager here at Sea Glass Montenegro, he's been so incredibly helpfully nice and kind with he knows the area really, really well, and has been able to give me a lot of great guidance. So big thumbs up to Sea Glass Montenegro. So hopefully get the bus to Podgorica and see my lawyer next. I'll show you the next part of the process, as you saw in my earlier videos, the things that you need to do to get ready to go, and then of course the downloading of the maps in my last video. I'm right by the only main road. Well, that's it for now, guys. Love.